make sure audio and everything's working. Mic check. My mic is good. When do y'all say something now?
Something.
No.
Okay, that audio is peaking a little bit, but seems to be good. Yeah, it's all production value.
Ooh, we're
Actually,
very high production value.
There is one thing I did want to check because I saw. Okay, yeah. The resolution is at 1080p. I just remember seeing a message a while ago about it being bad. But that's what it says. Blah blah blah. Tales of Revedia. We're playing Dungeons and Dragons. I'd say everyone is here, but Zelthar doesn't love us. So he's not. Zelthar, he hates us. Don't know what else he's doing, but he's not here, and I will hold that against him forever. But outside of that, Juggun's here, Terran's here, Kalos is here, Sparks is here, and they are here in a weird ass fucking clock not tower, like mechanical tower. Currently, our party finds himself deep below the waters amidst the whirl of Revedia, where they have been slipped into this little pocket area, surrounded by these various landmarks. They went to one which seemed to be a submarine in disrepair, and turns out that was fucking weird. But dealing with the strange blood guy, you guys decided to check out next this mechanical tower. As you guys have gone through exploring this place, very early it became clear that this seemed to be an academy of some sort of magical school, with a main focus of planar magics. A lot of things focusing on connections to the other planes, materials from the other planes being brought back and forth amongst all those. And you even find yourself in brief conflict. As one of the areas that had that section to the plane of water connected, creatures began to spew forth from it. And as you guys found yourself engaged with those, eventually you were starting to beat them back. And then you heard this kind of ominous, command issued forth from them. In the language of Aquan and Jungan, like speaking primordial, kind of like, it was like a rough translate. It's like translating something from like Italian when you know Spanish. Along those lines. But where the place actually seemed to connect to was that massive coral reef that you guys had decided not to go to previously. Which is also different from the plane of water, which it said. As you guys continued exploring throughout the tower, making your way up to one of the higher levels, what you found was mostly what seemed to be like sleeping area. This seemed to be like where the dormitories were for the staff or the students who were here at this time. And all of it looks almost untouched. You didn't see any signs of people who were struggling to get away from this place, any signs of people who were in danger. And as we're picking things back up at the top of you guys also found a dragon skull that was basically like a spark notes for the students, but the dragon skull wouldn't talk to you because you weren't students. So Jungam gave it to one of their skeletons so the skeleton could wear that dragon skull as a hat.
And the dragon scroll was like, "Are you kidnapping me?" And we're like, "No, we're just carrying you out."
Yeah.
Distinct difference.
Yeah. But anywho, here we are. As we're picking things back up, as the parties, I believe you guys had mostly taken care of like your examination of this floor. Now it's just deciding what's the next step you're taking.
Yeah, the last thing was that Taryn was like, "Huh. From the outside, it looked like there was a third floor, but there's no way to get up on the third floor." And I think we did a quick but thorough look around to see if there was a secret panel or button or illusion.
True sight, no.
You would like to inform? Yeah, I was gonna say, would you like that the true sight beam is here?
I mentioned that last time, and he was like, "Yeah, no, Sparks wouldn't see anything, if I remember right."
Yeah.
Stussy. Have we been down here yet?
You haven't been to the lowest floor yet.
I just this side of the room because I don't see it.
Yeah,
this is all black for me.
It's just sleeping rooms and then a bunch of bathrooms down at the end of the hall where we came up.
You told us, right, that there's, in the last session, I believe you said something along the lines of there's no further way up the tower that's visible.
Yes.
On the floor, like there's no staircase.
No staircase, no like attic panel or whatever. The thing that you guys are seeing.
No window to crawl up.
That wall.
Which wall?
Someone just clipped into.
Oh no.
The wall.
Is there any anything that could be described as or hidden as like teleportation runes in here? Anything that gives off any teleportation magic as I walk around with detect magic at will on?
No, not in this floor. As you these the magic from the skull. There's like continual like flames used to keep the place lit, but you don't see anything along those lines. No.
Gotcha.
Can we tell if there are any illusory walls anywhere?
No, my true sight didn't pick anything up.
Well, I mean, the tower's not going anywhere. We might as well maybe check out the lower floor. Maybe there's some clue there on how to get up higher. I don't know.
I agree, Jaren. Let's check it downstairs. Maybe they might go end up in there.
Yeah, I mean, it's all got portals and shit everywhere, so maybe there's one down there. I don't know.
Maybe and if that doesn't work, we could just like swim up to the third floor and be like, "Is there a window?"
Yeah, or something. Do I remember seeing any windows?
Any exterior.
Yeah.
There are no exterior windows or anything like that.
That makes
It's
sense.
on the
'Cause it's
inside.
fucking underwater.
Magic.
It's just like a domed like top.
Yeah.
I'd ask if you mind, but you clearly fucking don't.
Oh, animals.
I'm gonna kick your ass today. At some point, I'm gonna kick your ass. I swear to God. Now you're falling all and shit. But
Be careful.
Yeah.
You can get banned from Twitch for that.
I don't give a fuck. We're on YouTube. Alrighty. So, I just remembered something so annoying.
About D&D or something else?
Something annoying about this fucking map. Okay, one second. I found out there's a workaround for this that I can do. So the grid size is like fucked up, but instead of fixing, I didn't do that because in order to do that, it would have to redo all the walls, the entire map. But what I could do is just make all your tokens smaller. So this should be within the same like scale, but it'll just be small little folks. And as you guys are heading down the stairs, who's taking the lead?
I'll go.
Okay.
I will also, once we get to the floor we were on before, a staircase, and then the one going down, I will check for traps, please, and thank you.
Gotcha. Go ahead and give me an investigation check.
Because shit has been trapped before. Investigation.
I will help you.
Oh,
Probably don't need it.
I can roll again. Might be higher, who knows?
No,
What?
no.
It was the
I
same.
think you'll roll a 14 both times. It's fate. I've given my power.
Thank you.
So, as you guys begin making your way down to that lower floor, Taryn, watching along the stairs, watching along the halls for anything that could be a potential threat to you all as you're making your way through, you, you don't really see anything along those lines. even with the awareness, like looking out for like the more like magical traps, things like that, and Sparks making sure to like keep an eye on the things that you wouldn't normally be capable of seeing with his true sight. You don't see anything that would be a cause of danger. However, as you guys are making your way down, and let me reorient tokens and shit so I can pull you guys onto this map. Before you see anything, first you smell it. And it is a very like wide and strange assortment of smells. It's not all hit you at the same time. You smell what seems to be like that sulfuric like stench. You feel something very like sweet through the air. Almost like with like flowery, like lavender like fragrance. You smell things like it's almost as like there's like this like an assailment on like your senses as you're making your way down. And it's not enough to like cause any like debilitating effect. It's just something where you walk down, you're like, oh. And as I do that, the room that you are walking into, Taryn, you're taking in. The game's on pause by the way, so the rest of you guys can move in and see it if you like. I believe you all can't see, right?
Right. Huh. Interesting.
Yes.
You immediately recognize this. In fact, it'd be strange if any of you weren't aware of what this chart was. As you are looking at this massive planar map, the entirety of the base of this floor made into this. And as you guys are looking over the pieces, you notice that along each and every one of these portals, or like these like symbols, the outer planes, they're all cracked or damaged in some way, shape, or form. The only one that does not seem to be the case is the one you see in the very center of which. What is not just a symbol in the ground. Imagine as if it was everything like sort of the best way I can describe it is, you know, there's the elemental plane, like the water, the earth, the fire, and they're like sort of like in this like floating, like almost like gaseous like space like around it. And in the very center of it, you see this large sphere that's clearly representing the material plane which you guys are on. And along that, you see like a layered like Feywild and like Shadowfell representation above that. And outside of that, those are the only like things in this immediate circle that seem to still be fully intact. And you can tell that this is like where like the smell is like coming from.
The center?
No, the cracks in the portals.
Okay.
Like, let me double check.
Is it the smell of each, like, does the fire place kind of smell like fire and water smell like water?
Wait. Leslie, you're tabbed out of Discord.
Yeah, I know. It was intentional, because I was pulling something up on another tab and I don't have a third monitor anymore.
So the Feywild and the Shadowfell are kind of like layered on top of the
Material plane, yeah.
Oh, that's normal.
Are those symbols cracked or they're not cracked?
No, because they aren't even actual like symbols. Imagine like it's like the orb, and then there's like this like ethereal like cover, like kind of like slightly like transparent cover for both the Feywild and like the Shadowfell that overlap over it.
I mean,
Oh, I see.
yeah, that makes sense because the Shadowfell, the Feywild are just depictions of the material plane, depending on feelings as opposed to their own sub-planes.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's a sight that you guys are met with.
Whoa.
And in
Or on this grid.
that's because you guys are half-sized, so it's gonna make you move a little bit further when you take steps. But I don't have a solution for that.
Me.
I'm
Pull
not.
me
I
back.
apparently have power over you, so
No.
And
I can
from
move everyone except for Kayla's.
And from these portals, you can see like various like wisps of like these like smoky colors. Some of them were like more like golden hue. Some of these more like blacks and purples and reds. There's like this like thin layer of mist that's only about maybe like an inch, like 2 inches like thick on the floor, like around this place, where all these different like pieces of these planes seem to like coalesce.
Huh. This is
Oh.
wow.
I'm gonna whack out a detect magic. Do I get any sense like these are like plane shift or teleportation pads to different areas, or are they just like, you know?
Make me an Arcana check.
Okay.
And I will say I'll give you advantage for this.
It's fine. It's gonna be the same roll. No, my God, it's actually better. 25.
25. So, as you're all sort of making your way around, observing the room, using the detect magic to try and get a more finely detailed image of what's going on here. So, the short answer to what your question was, Sparks, is yes. They are able to be effectively used to transport from plane to plane. However, it's not meant for individuals. You can tell as you sort of watch the sort of runes that circle around this area and the sort of massive scale of this, these were meant to teleport this tower.
Oh, interesting.
That makes sense from what Turnus said last time.
And
So
Service.
So I have a weird question. I presume that the energy that I get, you know, for actually setting it is coming from the material plane, but I just want to double check because, you know, we're in a weird place in the material plane.
wait, say one more time for me. I'm sorry.
So, can I detect like what is, you know, each where? Let's start again. So as you say, it's a mechanism for teleporting the tower from plane to plane. Can I detect where, you know, like, for all intents and purposes, which button is currently pressed?
So it
Or
would.
if it's
No. That's
multiple.
good question. So it would indeed be pressed towards the material plane. And you know, on a 25, I also would like to give you, as you're looking more and more so over the system, you can tell this is like incredibly like thoroughly made with very, very like advanced sorts of magic. And there's a big question of why didn't it work? And I will say, knowing how teleportation works down here, or at least having a vague idea, the fact that they're here is probably not intentional. Because once they came here, they couldn't
Teleported
leave.
down here and got stuck. Yeah.
So
And okay, second question: does it seem to be the reason that all of the other runes are cracked is because they can't leave, or that they've tried and they then cracked because of the, you know, rebound or shatter or whatever of displaced being unable to leave?
Yes,
Does it
to your
seem
second
be a-
question. Yes.
Okay.
What was the second question again?
He was- go ahead.
My second question was the reason that the runes are cracked. It's because they tried to teleport the tower out to the specific place, and
Okay.
the magic rebounded and cracked said runes, so they can't actually go there now.
what about the are there no runes corresponding to the elemental planes?
Not explicitly, no.
Is it those like the swirling and elemental things in the middle?
Yes, like they can still be traveled to, but you do know, so there is not like the runes for those, like they don't like function like in the same way. And
They look like they've sustained damage.
I will say like the inner elemental planes part, including the material plane, seems to be stable. Doesn't seem to like have the same like wear damage on it as many of the pieces of the outer planes around it have.
I don't necessarily think that I'll, be able to use this information, for a long period of time. But could I look at the runes and the magic and try to understand how this would have worked when it actually did work to maybe, create this in the future?
I would say that would take a considerable amount of time. I think you would be capable of doing it, especially like if you were to search around this area, you'd probably be able to find notes relating to it as well. But it is possible if you wanted to dedicate time to it.
I'm mostly thinking less about like necessarily usefulness in the campaign, but it's something Sparks I feel would be very interested in because he likes learning about all the new types of magic. So if I get a use out of it in the later of this campaign, it would be nice. But
yeah.
Let me see the fancy magic piece. So yeah, I will spend some time doing that, and then if anyone needs me, I will help them. But for the time being, I am learning how to make a phase shifting tower.
Also, I made a mistake. There's something I did not tell you. So, one thing I did not mention, because you had your detect magic up, right?
Yar.
Your detect magic would have pinged off something else. Let me make sure this is how the spell works. It hurts through my body in so many ways. Yeah. You can feel like a secondary magical presence that exists like seemingly within that sphere of the material plane.
So does that quick question, does that seem like somebody tried to use this device to teleport somewhere else in the thingy area and it maybe rebounded and got stuck there, or does it feel like something else?
It feels like a distinctly different magical presence than the actual like sphere itself. That's what I'll say. Of a nondescript school of magic.
Of a nondescript school of magic.
Because
Okay,
I don't want to figure it out, man. There's too many of there's a lot of overlap.
I would like to study it and try and work out what exactly it is, and then see if I can interact with it in a way.
So the front of this room, these are like bookshelves?
Yeah. Lining along the wall, yeah.
Okay, can I look through them to see if there's anything interesting? With the undead.
So it's not really pertaining explicitly to like basically as it lines along the wall, like matching up with like the general area of the symbols, it's information about the planes themselves.
Okay.
Information about the planes, the things that reside within them. My blanket, I'll beat your ass.
Can I look for the one that about the Shadowfeld?
Yeah, you could. I mean, it's labeled. You wouldn't even have to search hard. Oh, fuck.
Okay. Any interesting books about that I don't know about that I can read and or hand to my skeleton to hold on for me for a little bit?
Things you wouldn't know about. Let me think. Let me come back to that.
Okay. Yeah, thank you.
Tara and Kalis, is there anything you're looking over as you guys are sort of like sticking around over here?
Well, I'm watching your dog carry your pillow around in her mouth.
Get my pillow?
She's
I
like
thought it was.
seeing your blankets.
Oh, maybe it was the blanket.
The blanket.
Oh.
Cat. Cat. wispy little tail. That's so cute. What a
Just
character.
And you dropped it. Fuck, you're so. There.
Always the tail. These animals. Wow. Twitch ban right there.
good thing we're not on Twitch anymore, huh?
Oh my god. Oh, I have to sit back down. I forgot about that.
Is Elijah the new Amaranth? Or whoever that was.
I want to check out this door that's right here next to me, and Kalis. I don't know what
Okay.
Kalis is doing, but I want to look at this door.
All right. So you go check out that area. And Kalis, are you joining anyone in their activities? Or are you flying solo?
Yeah, I'll hang out with the door, looking through it and such and so on.
Okay. Well, I'll open that door for you, and then
Oh, not even unlocked.
no.
Is that okay, that's a globe.
Shall pause the game. So, starting off with Sparks. As you're taking a closer look at this object, trying to identify, like, what the fuck is going on here, I will say, the first thing you realize is that, like, this thing is whatever's in here is going to be incredibly difficult to interact with, just due to the fact that it seems like it's inside of this. Like, it seems like a different object placed inside of this sphere. So I will say your first thing you have to deal with is getting it out. Because right now you're kind of working blindly, trying to figure out what this thing is.
No. I can see everything.
So I changed nothing about what I said. Thank you for informing me.
I know. I just had to be a doofus. What sort of check do you want me to roll? If you want me to roll a check, if not, what I do?
You could try and invest if you want to like look for a way to like if you want to just fucking manually just break the thing, you could try something like that. If you want to see if there's some mechanism to like bring it apart, you can make me an investigation check.
I mean, I would rather do it without breaking it, to be honest, considering, you know.
If you wanted to ask it nicely, you can make a persuasion check, but it doesn't have ears. You know.
Okay, but like, what if I were to, you know,
I shouldn't have brought this
the
up.
power of magic to ask it, you know? I'm very charismatic sorcerer. I can speak in magic.
Duly noted.
Nothing
Fucking penny. Stop eating coins.
delicious.
She probably likes the taste. This aura on the map emanated by these various planar sigils that's sort of like shifting between like light and darkness. Is that like, is that still active?
Yeah.
In the space?
Yeah. That's just part of like the entire like the image of it that represents the upper and lower planes, or like the positive and negative planes.
And the two golden planar sigils have like a beam connecting them that bisects through the material plane?
Yes, that's because they are also neutral realms. One is the realm of just like just straight neutral good, and the other one's the realm of just straight neutral evil. Wait, I think that's right. I don't know. I gotta double check.
Does an 18 persuade it?
Oh, I'm sorry. That's chaotic and lawful across from each other, not good and evil.
Neutral, lawful, neutral. Okay.
18 does not persuade it. You have a very, very compelling argument, though. I will admit.
I'll try investigating it then, I guess. I'll use the Tides of Chaos to get myself advantage. 23.
Oh, that's great. So, as you sort of stop it. Take a closer look at this object. Sort of in the state that it's at, it looks very similar to like images you've seen of the world in like other places, like when you saw in like Ariamvel's mind, where it's this largely water-filled world, and you see the mass of where Revedia is. This sort of much smaller spot on a very, very grand scale. But one thing you notice in particular is that it's not a static image. As the world is covered in water, it seems to be moving alongside with it. You see the sort of swirling pattern that happens across like the mass of this globe. And of course, the center of it is where y'all are from. And on 23, what I'll be able to tell you, you notice that like there is like kind of like a point where the swirl starts to go in like an opposite direction, where there's like this divergence between that and its normal path. Out of it now. You're not slick. Christ. Guess it just died. Someone say something?
Something. Hello.
Hello.
Okay, we're good. Sorry. But as you see the like divergence from those swirling patterns, you realize that this thing actually like it almost has like a seam on it, like a little bit below. Like if you're sort of like looking like through all that water, looking into like the sort of land itself, like just through the light, you can tell that this thing could be split, kind of like right down the middle.
Okay. I will try to do that.
Gotcha. And are you just kind of like jam your hand in and pulling apart, something like that?
I mean, does there look like there's an actual way of doing things, just, looking around the seam, or does it just look like...
Not really explicitly, no. It doesn't seem like it was really like meant to be taken apart, but it could like stop it now. So fucking honored today.
The actual sphere, does it seem to be giving off any sort of energy at all, or like crackling with electricity, or is it just pure magic?
It is like a solid object that's like radiating magic, but it doesn't have like, I will say, especially like on like that investigation check, you can tell that there isn't like any inherent danger with this object that would come from just like making contact with it. Like,
okay,
the elemental parts of it, they do feel real. Touching the land upon it feels like touching land. Touching water, it feels like touching water. But it doesn't seem harmful.
Because I know opening things usually doesn't, usually upsets the balance. I have a weird question.
Okay.
I don't want to use it to so I want to use some of my spell slots. I don't want them to use it to cast a spell. I kind of want to like try and harness the power so it like covers my hands, and then like grab hold of it and pull it open in case like there's some backblast of magic to protect myself from, basically.
You know what? I'd allow that. Tell me what slots you want to spend.
My spell slots. I would like to. I will use a second and a fourth level.
Second and a fourth?
Yeah.
I'm thinking in my own head because this was a weird question, not one that I had initially anticipated.
I know.
Should be 6 in total. Okay.
Actually, what levels? What's it called? That's a decent point. What level is plane shift?
Plane shift is a 7th level spell.
Yeah.
I should probably do at least 7th level then. I've got a lot of spell slots right now. I'm not using much. Because I haven't used basically any spell slots, I will instead use a 4th and a 5th.
Okay. So, as you do that, channeling this sort of magic around your arms, and it is this sensation of like, it's very strange channeling like just raw magic. It's not a thing that most people would be able to do. Especially, it's definitely not like a wizard thing. It's a very sorcerer way to handle a situation. And you can even see that while you're not even trying, there are like these sort of like flecks of like silver flame that come off the edges of your arms as you do so. And as you reach into the waters of this sphere, your fingers grabbing at the seam of which, and you begin to pull it apart. First thing, there's virtually no resistance whatsoever in the actual action of taking this thing apart. But as it begins to split, you can immediately feel heat. Whatever is in here is incredibly, incredibly hot. And as that sort of layer of magic is protecting you, it does, I'll say, it fully protects you from any of the negative effects of this.
Nice.
But as like that happens, you guys who are standing there, like along the sides of the room, Jungum to the north side, Kalis and Terran to the east and the west, this massive ball of light is like engulfing Sparks, almost as if like a small sun was being brought forth in the middle of this room. And as you fully split it apart,
It's been going on for a long time, so I'm going to be in the adjacent room.
Gotcha.
By now, I'm going to be not where this is happening.
That's valid. I'll give you that. But as that,
I probably turn to say, I'm going to try a thing, not realizing no one's in the room, and just,
Chicken in the room.
Jungum's reading a
I'm
book.
in the room.
Yeah. Everyone's
like, "Oh,
either
this
not in
is-
the room or
Right
distracted.
now.
Yeah, she's like, oh, this got way easier to read. The candlelight is so much brighter now.
Oh god.
And as that splits open, eventually the light does start to fade away, revealing an object that was hidden amongst that. And what you see is this very large, like crystalline, like lens. It's about, I'd say probably like, maybe about like a foot in diameter or so, about 30 centimeters.
I know how much a foot is.
I'm just helping you out, man.
We use feet too.
Speaking of which, give me my fucking sock. What's going on here? Yeah.
You went to chase it.
Oh, she's so cute.
Fuck you.
Little puppy. Wow.
This has
Purple
been
band.
my last like 4 days. Get out of that.
Our youngest Maine Coon is in that phase too. She's a year old now, so she's terrible and crazy.
Yeah. Anyways. But yeah, you see this sort of like large, like about foot wide in diameter, crystalline lens. And as you are looking at it, you see that it's like, you see fractures that are all like along it, like going through the top, the middle, the sides, but it still seems to be maintaining in one piece, slightly floating in the air where the middle of the sphere just was. And along it, the edges of it, you see this silver rim. And on the outside edge of this object, you can see, as it sort of spins, planar sigils that also seem to move. They don't seem to be staying in like the same consistent spots.
Can I ascertain what exactly this thing do, or is this what appears to be the thing that was allowing the tower to shift in the first place? Basically,
You sense that is a large part of what this thing does, but the specifics, I will tell you, gonna be hard to just figure out by intuition.
Even with the 25 Arcana that I had rolled before?
Yeah, on a completely different thing.
Hmm. Fine, do you want me to roll it again?
I want you to cast Identify, motherfucker.
I don't have Identify.
Do not identify the uranium cube.
16th level. No one's fucking identifying. Still, I'm spoon feeding people.
We have a wizard for that.
Barbarian.
Zon,
Yeah, calm.
please,
I
could
thought
you
we told
cast
him to come.
Identify?
You did not tell Dazan to come.
True, it didn't.
He
I
can.
thought he wanted to come though.
You
That was
guys
a big
brought.
thing. I mean, he-
Sparks brought stuff back for him. But he was not explicitly. He can. He has no problem with that. But then he's also the communication line back to the ship for you guys.
That's why we left him on the ship in case we need to be like, get us out of here.
Wait, the reason that none of us cast Identify is because it's literally not on any of our classes' spell lists.
I don't have a spell list.
Oh, actually,
You
I've got a
did.
fucking
Yeah,
idea.
that's fine.
I have my half of many spells. I'll cast Identify. I forgot I had that item. It's been a while.
Okay, I'll allow that. Yeah, that's what it does. So I will type this out, or I'll type this out, but I'll also just read it out to you as well. So what you have found is the Fractal Lens. This is an artifact that to be attuned to it, you must be capable of at least casting one spell. Its effects. The first one is planar convergence. 3 times a day, when you cast a spell of 5th level or lower, you may add one of the following effects. It can affect both the material plane and one adjacent. So it could be like the material, like the ethereal plane. So if someone like cast like Blink or something, that would still affect it. You can double the area of a spell's effect, or you could do the planar infusion, which you could, which a target could gain resistance to a damage type of your choice to the end of your next turn. Along with that, once per long rest, you can use this to cast Plane Shift without material components. However,
Fancy.
if you want to choose where you're going, you must concentrate for at least 1 minute before casting. If you decide to just shift, you roll randomly.
Fancy.
And along with that, while holding this, you can see through blah, 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 blah. You are more easily able to detect like hidden portals, like rifts, or any other planar creatures that are existing in a place. You'd have advantage on those, kind of like the Horizon Walker Rangers like effect. Familiar with that? I think that's still a thing, or I don't know if that was just the unearthed arcana of it. Because now that I think about it, I read this literal years ago. Yeah, it's like their detect portal. Yeah, let me get that typed out for folks real quick. Oh, and
So attuning to it, could it reduce in size so it's more hand-holdable instead of being, a foot-long lens that I have to carry around?
nope.
Just imagine
Gotcha.
just being like,
You need a belt of giant strength and the lens of plane shifting.
Actually, another important thing. I don't think it would make any difference, but I presume I could put this in a bag of holding.
Yeah.
Cool. Just, fancy blade shifty teleportation might have weird effects.
Ah, no, that's wrong. That's wrong. Don't read that yet. Don't read that yet.
I'm reading
Why have you turned into a little frog now?
Pierce the Veil. Oh.
can I help you?
Spell's area of effects doubles. Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ. Gain resistance to 1 damage dice of your choice until the end of your next turn.
And
Target's game. Is that an action to use, or?
that is added on to a spell.
Oh, I see.
So if you were targeting somebody with a spell, you could also give them that effect. Okay, yeah. But with that, hopping over to Jungun, real quick, I'm going to step away for a brief second. Because I gotta see. Oh, it's out of water. That's why she's acting like this. I'm gonna refill that and then we're good. Otherwise, she's gonna start running us again, and I'm gonna have to keep yelling at her.
I also need to refill my water.
I'm not even putting the stream on break. I'm just walking away and walking back.
And everyone is gone but you and I. Hi.
Maybe there's some cats still lingering around. Never know. Meow. Gosh.
Cat.
Here's a cat. Here he is.
It is fat cat.
Baron?
He's not fat. He's just big. Yes, it's Baron.
That's something I can never get my dog to do. Is when they're next to me, they always want to look away from me.
He wants to go real bad. He's not happy about the situation. You want to go? Okay.
I wanna go.
He does want to go. Okay. Okay.
It's getting harder to be awake for this game.
Yeah, it's late. Where you are.
Well, we'll eventually move in game. Eventually, the game will be unpaused.
Well, the problem is, if it's a good time for me, it's a bad time for you. Sean.
Yeah, you guys are pretty far apart.
Yeah.
It's like
8
3 in
hours
the
difference.
afternoon. I could go earlier, but it's just that doesn't really work for anyone back east.
I can go earlier, but I don't have anything on Fridays this semester.
I wouldn't want to play on a Friday if we did earlier. Because obviously I mostly just get in at the right time.
Yeah, it's true.
A little bit later.
You don't
just
say. I agree.
It's just hard to stay awake, so. He has returned with lunch.
I've got to turn my mic back on.
Dinner.
She's got water and I got a slice of pizza. Good deal.
Oh, give me some pizza.
I will
Oh,
also
you
like
actually
pizza.
got delivered properly for once.
Not delivery. It's DiGiorno's.
Is it really DiGiorno?
Yes.
Oh my gosh! Delightful. Absolutely perfect. Could not have been better.
It's very delightful. It's very Ojo Sama dialogue.
Delightful.
Delightful.
Oh.
Here you go. Oh my gosh. There must have been some like Earth Kingdom lady in Avatar that was like that affect too.
There had to have been.
All right. So, Jung-un, as both me and you are eating,
Perfect time.
as you begin searching through these books, looking for a relevant information about the Shadowfell, you of course would find some. What you find in particular, I would say, seem to be mostly like personal accounts of these visitations. Imagine that it sounds so silly to say, but a lot of like the accounts that you would read to this place are very like Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy-esque. Where it's like sort of information taken by someone who's actually visiting these places and like understanding it. Then also, in many cases, also talking about the general properties of these realms, because many of the planar realms themselves are bound by their own like universal laws in like effect, similar to how like when they made Kalos really, really sad way back when. But from the accounts that it speaks of, also the first thing you would realize is that this doesn't seem to be a period in time that you're familiar with. Because the main focus of these journal entries is that how the person who was exploring the Shadowfell, largely describing it as a massive warring state, where there was these large conglomerations of the Shadar Kai who exist in this place, all in this massive like fight for power, and it was highly recommended that folks not be visiting this area. It's far from a tourist attraction. And over the course of reading through this journal, they had probably been in the Shadowfell, from the notes you can see, probably about a year and a half to 2 years. And it's not until that like end point,
Right, give me one
like
second.
in those. Okay, all right, let me go fuck myself real quick.
That's also a Twitch ban.
Just like eat the crust of my pizza.
Is it filled with cheese?
No, bread.
Disappointing.
Filled with regret.
If it's not cheese, it's regret.
I eat a lot of regret.
Me too, buddy. Me too. Any pineapple on that pizza?
No, just a regular pepperoni. This nigga lied. He is not right back.
And I feel like pineapple on pizza is relatively low on the totem pole of important things.
It's also gross.
Wrong.
Grow
No, I
up.
think I'm right.
Shadowfell.
Bad opinion, bad morals.
The best thing on pizza is ham and feta.
I fuck with feta on pizza.
And
You fuck with
ricotta
feta.
We're
cheese
all
on it.
allowed to eat whatever we like to eat on pizza, but eating pineapple on pizza is objectively wrong.
Thank you.
I'm not getting
Yeah, I'm
food
sorry
takes from
about
a
that.
British person.
What was that, Sean?
And I'm the best person to ask. I eat it without anything. So
You
I know
stole it
the
all and don't use
food
any.
without-
That
That was because of the war.
Like ash in your mouth. Tell us, DM.
We still haven't started since the fucking rationing in World War II. We stopped using it.
What does food taste like in the Shadowfell, DM? Echoing Sean's question.
Delicious,
Um,
I can tell you. I live there.
Great question. Yeah, because you guys would have experienced that.
Mhm.
The best way I could describe it is like a kind of like gritty gray paste.
I like that.
Delicious. No, it should be brown food. All of
Brown
it's
paste.
brown.
It's better
It
than gray
tastes the
paste.
same.
You know, slight tangent, because I remember it was written in like the Avernus campaign that when you go to Avernus or the Hells, then all your food tastes just super gross.
Burnt.
For some reason.
Deviled eggs, sulfury.
Deviled
Hey,
eggs.
deviled eggs are really good. They're not sulfury at all.
Well, again, I don't know if I can agree with you on food anymore.
Listen, I will say, Aaron, enemy of my enemy is my friend here. I rock with fucking deviled eggs.
Yeah.
I fucking rock with
I have-
deviled eggs.
I
I'm gonna
mean,
give
if
you-
anything, that proves that you have no taste because you like pineapple on pizza and deviled eggs. The sin
I'm
of
gonna
both.
give you-
Anyway, back to
So the
D&D.
shadow fell.
I'm gonna give you my alternative deviled egg recipe, Elijah, after we're done with this.
Oh, shit.
I'll give it a shot.
Ugh.
I'm very skeptical about any recipe that's not my mom's, though, I'll admit.
It does start with alternative.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm finding. Well, I know I stepped out. I apologize for that.
You're good, you're good, you're good.
Oh.
So, and I will, so as I was saying, I was talking about the area of Shadar Kai being a warring state. It seemed to be one like that long before this person had visited this place. And it wasn't until like the tail end of their journey where they noticed a very large like tonal shift throughout the lands. They noticed that there was groups of these Shadar Kai that all seemed to be gathering around this one force. And from what the person could like tell, they weren't natural to this plane. They were an expert in all like these various planar travels, and they very clearly knew a demon when they saw one, even if it was hiding amongst another form.
Oh. Shit.
And I will say from like the date that this is marked, that'd have been so many years ago.
But that's Big Daddy.
It would have at least been several centuries. I don't have the exact timeline in my head, but it would have been a long time ago, in which the person you had once called father seemed to have intervened into that realm. And for better, probably worse in many ways, was a stabilizing force in that region. But however, once that thing appeared, that's when this person decided that their presence, they figured it was a good time to leave. They could conclude their study there.
So is this north or south of 500 years ago?
What specifically about you? What events at the 500-year mark you're asking about? Just so I can have a point of reference. So I don't have my timeline up. This would have been before that. The Shadar Kai like thing. Yeah.
Gotcha.
Many pieces to keep track, a big ass puzzle, too many wheels spinning, cogs in the machine. I hate it all. Alrighty. But I will say, looking into any other information about the Shadowfell, it's largely just going to be like accounts of like the various creatures met throughout those places, and a few sparse ones of interacting with like the actual like Shadar Kai people. However, by and large, weren't particularly friendly to outsiders. So there's much fewer of those accounts, and most of them didn't exactly end peacefully. Ugh. But yeah, I'd say unless you're like having like a particular thing you're trying to search for, that's about the sum of the information you're gonna find from all that.
Okay. I just want to know what first I can gather, but I'm good with that.
Meanwhile, Darren and Kalis, as you guys make your way over to another one of these mini rooms, this one unlocked, what you find yourself before is something you've seen a few times. 1 second. What's it called? Not an armillary.
Yeah, an armillary.
Oh my fucking! Where does my headset not hold a charge? I'm going to do something. I'm not going to do anything about it. I'm just going to get upset in the moment, move on with my life.
Taryn, we're here forever. Let's just accept it at this point. We're just gonna stand.
I forgot Violet unplugged my fucking cord when she ran under my desk.
It is an armillary, by the way.
Is it? Okay.
Yeah. You're talking about like the like celestial orb thing.
Yeah, and it's got all like the arms and
Yeah,
shit.
that's an arm, Ilary.
It explodes.
Oh no! I dodge.
Oh, fucking evasion. Ugh.
Evade, yeah, evade. Dodge and evade, all of the things.
So
I'm playing with like a semi-nuke in this room, and you guys just walk in and go boom.
Boom. Yeah.
chain
You
reaction.
jump on like, huh.
Yeah. Well, you're used to explosions within yourself area, so.
Yeah, that's Tuesday.
I take offense to that. I have exploded only once this campaign.
So as you guys are looking this over, I will say the first thing you will notice is that this does look quite different from the map of the planes. You can tell that this is very clearly something tracking like these various celestial bodies and the things that sort of rotate around them. But you don't see any like clear signs that these are supposed to represent anything in particular. It's not something you're sure of. And there is also no like desk or like teacher's notes that were sort of in every other room. However, at the very front of this thing, well, there's two things. At the front of it, there is a placard, and at the side, you can see where there is a mechanism very clearly meant to turn this object and rotate it throughout space. The placard itself. This tab. Where we at? Infinite access. Where that?
I'm sorry. To go back, just 1 second. Father, do you say a demon or a devil?
Demon.
Demon, okay.
The demon
I'm
of
catching up
war.
with my notes.
Yeah.
He's a
Frazerlube was a demon.
That's what I thought. I just want to make sure I don't write down the wrong one.
He's a devil. He's a demon. I think this is actually an orrery. If it's charting like the movement.
Oh yes, that's the word. It is an orrery. It is an orrery.
Mm,
Oh my
Like
god.
the Schmavatar. The Schmermander.
Stop
talking about?
crying. Oh my god. Blah, 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 blah. And the name for this on the placard is called the Void Spire Compass.
Ooh.
Void Spire.
Yes. But stop it. I will say color-wise, that is accurate. Where the main, like the larger bodies, all carry that sort of like greenish hue, and they seem to be made of like this like, it's not like a gemstone. It's more like a opal, like in its coloration, like the way like things like sort of this sort of like color makes its way across it. Clearly made out of some sort of like fancy stone. But that's all you'd be able to see from the plaque, and then of course there's a mechanism in there as well.
So is this the model of different planes? Then?
What I will say, if it is, then there's not enough of them. This wouldn't have enough celestial bodies to like actually like match up with the planar map. It seems to be, if it is a map, it's a map of something else.
Does the map have a legend or any sort of indication what the hell it is?
No, there's very little information on it directly in the room.
I'm sorry, the
Well,
name of it one
Theron,
more
this
time.
is-
Oh,
The
sorry,
void,
sorry.
the Void Spire Compass.
Well,
Void.
Terran, this is not a very useful compass.
I mean, maybe we just don't know what it's pointing to or like tuned to. Can I? Is it like within reach?
Yeah. Are you talking about like the actual like things?
Yeah.
Yeah, there's no harmful effect. They're cool to the touch.
Okay.
They
Can I
feel
like
like
try
this
and
smooth.
move one?
Moving them manually? No, they don't budge. You can make me an athletics
Okay.
check if you'd like to force it.
I am not gonna force it, and I wouldn't fail that anyways. What is this? What is this? This over? Oh my god, pings. Is this a wheel over here?
Yeah, that's the mechanism for moving it.
Oh, I'm gonna turn it.
So, as you begin to turn the mechanism, are you just turning it in general? Or you're like trying to line it up any specific way, or it's just like see what happens?
I'm just slowly rotating it right now just to see what happens. I'll turn it to the left if it makes any difference.
Okay. So, as the objects begin to sort of turn in space, you see the smaller celestial bodies that continue orbiting around it. Not a consistent speed, some moving faster, some a little bit slower. But as you get probably about a quarter of the way, like marking like this first one as an example, because like also the big ones don't rotate at the same speed either. You notice that they start to like shift towards this like purplish hue. Continuing further, about 2/3 of the way in, or no, about past a third of the way in, it would be this more like bluish, and then once you started coming back to that full circle, it would return to green.
Purple. And then you said 2/3 the way?
Yeah, first third, as you're turning it, is like purple, second third, blue. What the fuck is wrong with you? Last third, green. And that was also where you started.
Which globes are changing color?
The central ones. The ones that you see that are green right now are the ones that change colors. Outside that little small one right there.
Color.
Together. But as I
I feel
said,
like this has...
So, are the green orbs ever different colors from one another?
no. Even though they're not rotating at the same speed as well, of course, the ones that are closer are the ones that are sort of orbiting around that central body faster. They all do shift together.
I'm sorry, what colors other than green did they turn?
Green,
purple,
blue.
Yeah, I turned it to the left. So the first third that I hit was purple, and then the second third was blue, and then green. So I imagine if we go turn it to the right, it would go blue, purple, green.
Correct.
Okay.
I'm trying to remember something. You guys have done a lot of shit. Because I don't think this is something that we've actually talked about at all in the campaign.
I don't know. Can't tell you.
No, I don't believe so. I'd have no reason. Yeah.
How many moons has the material plane got?
Material plane is one moon, yeah.
Not in my game.
None of these globes seem to correspond to us. Taryn, can you move your token real quick?
I can. Do you want me to?
Okay, so there could be one that could be the material plane, theoretically.
Two.
Because it has one satellite. Thanks.
Why would it only have one satellite? Why does it matter if it has one satellite?
Because if it's a planet and the moon, then all these planets with 2 satellites could not be the material plane because they have too many friends in orbit.
Does Revedia have...
Depends whose campaign you ask.
And
Okay,
in my
okay,
campaign,
okay.
it has one moon.
Okay, okay.
You guys and your funky moon business.
This fucking guy.
Oh, you have no idea.
What the fuck you think he is? He's just giving me more fucking moons?
I told you ages ago that I was adding an
Yeah.
extra moon, and you were like, yeah, this is fine.
It's not a good
Yeah.
It's not my
don't
fault you
worry.
don't fucking remember shit I send you.
It's
Listen,
not a
I
good moon.
pursued a bad moon.
It's a great moon. You should keep it.
Why don't we go in
It
the
does
next
great
room?
things.
Or Taryn, was there more
So
you
what?
wanted to experiment with the orrery?
I turn it to the right and that confirm the theory of like blue, purple, green. Then
Yeah, that is the
Okay.
case.
this has to be something with the planes and ship. Everything has had to do with the planes and things shifting through them, or shifting, or pulling from them, or traversing them, or something like that. Including the, tower itself. Apparently, according to that dragon skull, saying that it's been in many places. I assume that means across various planes. So this has to do something with it. And those are desks up there, right?
Those are just the
Again,
chairs. They just seem to
those are
be
just
observation purposes.
Okay. Observation purposes. So is this like maybe predicting what it's going to be like? What do the different colors represent? Like, they have to mean something. Like, either it's like actually affecting something, or they're trying to model an effect. But if it only has 3 different phases, I don't know what all it could model. I don't know. Does it remind me at all of I think it was an armillary that we saw in Arianvel's Mind Palace memory?
No,
Okay.
because
I
that
didn't
was
think so.
more strictly relating to the material
Yeah.
plane and not the larger
Yeah.
thing as a whole.
Okay. I didn't think so, but I wanted to make sure. I don't
And
know.
as you guys are sort of fiddling with this, that's about the point where you would see the sort of fucking like massive light shining through the doorway.
What the fuck is that? I will run over to the doorway and be like, "Oh my god, what's going on?"
And you just where there was sparks, you just see,
Oh my god. Sparks, to good?
and then it does fade, of course.
Ah. Are you guys okay?
I was very confused. Like I didn't judge what was going on.
What was that?
What was what?
The bright fucking light that overtook the whole room.
I look around.
Sparks?
Of
You
course.
dead?
I'm lagging a little
So-
bit. You keep cutting out to me.
Oh.
I'm here.
Just asking what the bright light was, because we saw it. Running out going,
It's
what the hell was that?
it's fine.
Yeah, and you would see him holding that big ass lens.
What is that?
I think it's a lens.
Where did you get it?
I say nothing, but the gaping hole in which the lens used to be in.
Oh, the split material
behind
plane.
Elijah, is the orrery slowly, like a clock, is it slowly self-motivating and circling the orbit?
No, it's stationary.
Just checking. Can I make an intelligence check or something, or just I'm curious if the 5 globes and their satellites bear any resemblance to the Kraken skull, the Clockwork Tower, the Temple of the Bad Guy, the submarine, and the gelatinous cube.
You can go ahead and make me an intelligence check. And what I will say straight off is it won't bear resemblance to that, but I'd say on like an absurdly high roll. Well, you're a barbarian.
Oh my god, dude, this is not gonna even hit a 20.
Yeah, I just
20 would be
realized it.
A 19 would be a nat 20. It's a 19.
Fuck.
There's no nat 20 on ability checks. Guess it's whatever you're willing to give me.
No,
Kalis
I
is
said
my
no.
hit
Listen,
with knowledge for the brief. You know, it just sparked
you know
two
what?
neurons touch that
Bef-
shouldn't.
Before you
And-
rolled, what I said was that this is the best you could have rolled. So I'm going to stick by my word. As you're spending some more time in this room, looking at this object, trying to piece together, what the fuck is this thing? What
Caleb
is
starts,
the
like,
big
staring
picture?
intently and going, bright.
And there is like a part where you're focusing like so hard. Like if anyone was looking back in your direction, it'd be like a little bit of like coming down, like a little bit of drool coming down the side of his mouth. And you are racking your brain for everything that you've ever seen. You're racking every image you've had of the moving wilds of the material plane, and not a single thing matches up. And then a spark hits you. Not sparks. More like a
Sorry.
light bulb.
Like a giant flash of light.
The first thing that you think
Candle.
of is scrambled eggs.
Huh.
You find yourself sort of remembering a strange moment. You all back in Revedia, having breakfast as you all had many times, cooked up by Dazan. People going over, their various things, Dazan going through his books, and you remember seeing a peculiar image in one of them that seems to line up almost exactly as this did. And assuming Chaos would have been like, huh, what's that? Without giving like too much of an explanation, because Dazan feels bad explaining complex concepts to Kalis, he would have told you that this is the Astral Sea. Basically, the space that exists between planes and how people travel throughout them, and other things that exist there as well. It's a weird little space where time doesn't exactly flow. It's a whole thing. But yeah, no. What I'll tell you is that this is a map of something from the. This is a map of the Astral Sea.
I see. Okay. Well, I will inform Taryn, and if you guys want to look in a new room, I'd like to look in a new room.
So that's the Astral Sea.
This is a hallway. There's nothing. Good Christ.
What? Oh, so the Ori is and it's the Astral Sea is basically what Kalis relays, right?
Yep.
Huh.
Just for look reasons. Now that I've taken the lens out of this device, does all of the magic that was flowing stop?
No.
Okay. So it's not like I've taken this thing out and everything's turned off and Taran comes out and goes, "What did you do?"
Yeah.
You can sense that there is still I will say, just like with your inherent knowledge of magic, it's not like in an instant shut off. It feels like this is something that would have been siphoning power for a long time, drawing off of it, and it will probably eventually cease to function. But at least at the moment you take it out, it doesn't break immediately.
Okay. I mean, I don't think we're gonna have time for me to attune to it, but failed to start camera. Error 2012. Interesting.
What?
Ethan's. I'm looking at a weird image for Ethan's camera.
Oh,
that's
his
weird.
thing isn't even loaded for me. Ethan, are you there?
I'll put.
I see him, but it might be frozen.
I thought
I
thought
think
that was just him.
That's what I
looking-
see.
I don't think he's there anymore. If I had to,
Oh no!
He has such
if I had to
stoic
wager a
confidence
guess.
Usually.
It just looks like he's looking down at his phone. I assumed he was just there.
Thank God he wasn't on the floor or something, sleeping, because we would have never known.
But yeah, as I said, I'll spend. There we go. Now he's disconnected. unless someone asks me, I'm doing what I said I was doing. You know,
Slipping in the
looking
bag.
through all of this, looking at the notes, basically trying to work out how this machine works. So for future use, especially now
Yeah,
that I
hold
have
that
one
pose,
of the
Ethan.
components.
Yeah, by all means.
I mean,
should
I
be-
will assume that Sparks is just after the non-explanation that he provided at my "What do you have?"
No, I
I'll just-
told you exactly. It's a lens.
That's mm,
I presume it is called lens in your language.
we speak the same language, Sparks.
Also,
But yeah,
I didn't paste it in there, but the actual name of it is the fractalin lens.
After that, if he once he goes back to looking at things, I'll just assume that he's doing what the rest of us are doing and trying to figure shit out, and I'll leave him to it and be like, okay, don't break anything or blow anything up, please.
And Juggernaut, are you just still
Okay.
continuing go through the books and stuff around here, or do you have any other particular direction you're heading?
I would go look at another room, but am I able to do that?
Yeah, you got legs.
I'm gonna go to this room.
Okay.
Click.
I
So
heard Kayla's calling at one point, so I'm just gonna try and find him. Hello.
so
Oh my god.
Kalis, as you sort of step in, checking out this room, Taryn walking in not too long after you do, this seems to be another pretty substantial bedroom. The bed itself, you notice, is large, significantly larger than for a single creature, or even for two people, really to be sleeping in. And along with that, this room is occupied by, its own table, some books along the shelves in here. You see regular wardrobes, as well as a sort of chest that sits in the center or in the corner of the room.
I see.
And of course, Taryn, you see the same side as well.
Hmm. That's. Huh.
I guess I just give it a once over and see if there's anything that seems unusual. Ordinary bedroom, that's cool too.
I
outside
can
the
also
scale of
investigate or
things-
help you.
If you'd like to make an investigation check, by all means.
Yeah, maybe.
Do you want
maybe you
to
should
or
lead
do a-
this one.
Okay.
Kalis can help.
Should I roll advantage
Morally.
then?
If he's helping, then yes, you can roll an advantage.
All right.
Hey.
19, 27 total. So as you begin searching through the room, taking a more careful eye at everything, first thing you notice, taking some more time look at this bed and the sort of unnatural shape of it, pulling back the covers a little bit, you can start to see a bit of an indent in the mattress, and you realize that whatever was sleeping in here was very, very large creature.
Hmm.
Not a huge creature, but size category it would be large. This sort of very wide bodied thing. Along with that, as you're looking along the shelves in here, you notice that these seem to be more books containing or pertaining to the Astral Sea, talking about the denizens of this place, the various locations, traveling amongst it. And the last big thing you would notice is of course the chest in the corner. Well, not the last big thing, because if you're going to the wardrobes, you would also notice the very sort of large outfits and clothes that were amongst this. Some of them more visually robe-like. Some of them seem to be more formal attire. But someone who had a chest maybe about 1.5 times as large as Kalis's is. But as you pop open the chest, and it is locked, but you're a 16th level rogue. We can get over this.
I'll I'll roll if you want me to.
What's your minimum? Like a 22? Some shit like that?
Let's find it. I don't know. It's 10 plus.
So
Like-
20. Your minimum is 20.
Yeah, what
If
is.
it's 10.
No, her minimum is 25.
Oh.
For sleight of hands. Thieves' tools is 10.
Your Thieves Tools, yeah, it's 20. Done, yeah.
So still doesn't matter. What you would find is what seems to be like a huge firearm. This is like a blunderbuss, but like from end to end, it's maybe about 4.5 feet long. It is this massive, massive weapon. When it's in here, you can see that it's laid upon like this sort of like satin-like material in order to keep it safe or like protected amongst the top and the bottom of this chest. As well as like on the top of the side of it, you see like lined what seems to be pouches of like powder. And also like it's like a mix of like powder, like actual like shrapnel that would like be packed into the barrel of this thing.
That's a very large trombone.
I don't know what a trombone is, but this is a really big gun.
I mean, I wonder what kind of sound it would make. Kalis tries blowing on, let's say, the loading chamber of the blunderbuss.
The most that happens is that you have to smell your own breath.
Not an
Weird, doesn't
instrument.
work.
It's because it's not an instrument of musical nature, Kalis.
Anyway,
This is for killing things.
we don't have
take-
to dwell on. Kalis just kind of keeps doing.
Take my expertise on this. It's definitely made for killing things.
Oh, I thought I just heard it make a sound.
I
I'm
mean,
kidding.
if you load it and fire it, it'll make a sound. I'm pretty sure.
And
But like all of these books are about the astral sea, so whatever absolutely enormous individual resided in this room, whenever it was last resided in, I guess, maybe it was hunting something in the astral sea, or
okay.
this is for protection or something. I don't know.
One more thing for you. I had to check what languages and if you guys can read it, but actually would be in common. Where sort of this is like a very like fancy. Like this is one of those things where it's very meant to be as much as an art piece as it is a weapon. Like with like the gold trim and inlaying and all that. And on the handle going up one side of it, you would find the name for this blunderbuss, and it was called the Heartbreaker.
Huh.
Heartbreaker.
Engraved.
Cool.
But as you guys are going through that room, Jung-un, on the other side of this tower, you find yourself walking into a very warm and welcoming room. You see couches and sort of rugs set out, made of this very fine cloth. And it seems to be in a much better condition than the ones that you had encountered. Wait, no, I'm thinking of a different place. I literally got this confused with the Tuesday campaign where you guys went into another place that had couches that were fucked up. Oh my god. But like it's like a very, very well maintained, like very like these aren't, this is like furniture, it's like artisan pieces. It's very, very like sort of like fancy furniture. It lines all throughout the room. You can see sort of this is meant to be like a meeting area, like a lounging area. You see glasses and you see like wine and like a liquor cabinet over in like one of the corners of this room. The fireplace is still lit. There's this sort of like soft crackling that comes off from the flames. As there's nothing burning in this fireplace, the fire is still continuing. And outside of that, of course, you see shelves and then a door to your north.
I'd like to knock on that door.
Okay. You knock on the door.
Then I'm gonna open the door.
You open the door. All right. Seems like we were both trying to.
Yeah, I see that.
So, this room, rather plain. On your right side, you see two sets of benches lined up against the wall. Between them, you see this sort of like statuesque, like you see like this sort of like bust of this dragon skull that's sort of hanging over from the side of the wall with these ruby-like gemstones for eyes. And on the far side of the room, you see on the ground this pedestal, no more than like 2-3 inches up, circular in shape, and in the middle of it, you see these arcane runes, and you've seen enough of these to know this is a teleportation circle.
Oh, it's Sparks know about this. He loves teleportation circles.
Yeah, and
Which
give me
room
1
did you
second.
go into?
We gotta deal with something
Jaden,
first.
Which room did you go into to check out?
Left side. Directly west.
Okay.
Give me just 1 second. Ah. Words. Gotta find what I'm looking for. So, what I will tell you, Jungan, is as you walk in the room towards that teleportation circle, passing by that sort of dragon's bust along the wall, as you're like standing there, you realize at the moment you pass by it, because you have a very high passive perception, that its eyes immediately be able to begin to glow this like crimson red, light radiating throughout the room. And now I have to figure out what type of check you're supposed to roll me.
Welp.
It's okay.
Cast fist.
So you cast fist?
No, I don't actually do that. Unless
let's see. This is go around corners. No. I need you to make me a Constitution saving throw.
okay. Roll.
Uh-oh.
It's a 7.
7 is a failure.
Okay.
So. This damage type is this? Oh, this isn't too bad for you. So, as you watch those eyes begin to glow, immediately beginning to raise your shield, knowing that something is coming, you watch as that light grows brighter and brighter and brighter, and a flash consumes the entirety of this room. You immediately feel the sort of burning sensation as it hits your skin. And okay, a lot of ones there. So it's going to deal 41 points of radiant damage to you. However, because you are resistant to radiant damage, you only take 20. But you are blinded currently. And especially like you guys, well, really Sparks would only be able to see this as that sort of like massive light, very much rivaling the one that you would just let off a second ago, burst through. Sort of like you see it, coming from like this direction on your side, Sparks, of the room that Jungun had just walked to. And it also, I will say, this spell like doesn't make like a noise or anything. There's no like explosion sound. It's just a massive wave of harmful light.
Okay. I see it and I go, and just I guess I want to just head up to the door and like peek my head in and make sure that Juggin is in fact, conscious and alive and stuff.
As you move over that way, Juggin, still conscious. As I said, Juggin, you are blinded. At least for the moment, you can't see shit.
Juggin, you're right.
Sparks? Hi. There was a bright flash, and now everything's just kind of bright.
I mean, I can see.
Oh. Okay. Oh, thank you.
Maybe you should come sit down for a bit and see if it goes away.
I feel like, no, sure, Sparks. I'll listen. I'll go sit down.
What were you doing?
Juggin doesn't know
I was
where she's
walking into a
going.
room.
I mean, I grab her arm and slowly just sort of walk her back to this armchair over here.
So, real quick, I have to ask Juggin. Do you say anything to Sparks about there being some sort of trap before he goes to grab you and stand right next to where you just were?
I mean, do I see any
No.
sort of trap with the true sight that I have?
No, it's not revealed by true sight. It's not like a glyph of warding.
Okay. Gotcha. I thought I might see like runes in the air, so I'm just like,
No.
oh, okay then. Bang.
Yeah, oh my. So as you like go over to like hook around Juggun's arm. Oh my fucking god.
The two stooges.
Did you guys make me another set of Constitution saving throws? Please.
I don't wanna.
Only a DC 18.
Only DC 18.
I'm going to spend this opportunity to bend luck.
Better roll a
I
fucking
will give
2.
myself an There we go.
Okay.
Pass.
So, both of you will take 22 points of damage as you now see what Juggun's problem was. As you go to stand next to them, you watch passing right next to the gaze of that sort of draconic statue along the wall. Its eyes grow this radiant, sort of bright light color. And as that light washes over you, there is this sort of burning sensation that hits both of you. Sparks, you're not blinded.
Is it fire damage?
It is radiant damage.
Alright.
Are you resistant to radiant damage? I don't believe so.
No.
And I assume you drag Juggum out the room.
I do take Juggum. Yes, I do. Yes. Oh.
And I will say the blinding effect only does last for a minute, Juggum, and then it's gone. So I'll just for the posterity's sake. I'll make life easier by removing that now.
Can I look at this head and try and work out how the trap is triggered and how to get round without triggering the trap?
Yeah, go and make me like so you can go ahead and make me an Arcana check, sure, yeah.
Okay. Natural roll of 20.
Look at you.
You're familiar with how things work like this, or things like this before. So, you know, you can clearly tell it's not just a glyph of warding, because if it was, you would have been able to see the runes with your sight. However, you've seen many an enchantment like these type of things, where it is triggered by proximity, And usually what stops it from being triggered is by either knowing a passcode, having some type of symbol on you, or being like almost like being like an authorized user. If you wanted to disable it without having that, you'd have to destroy the statue itself in some way.
Do I see anything in the room or, area that could ascertain to be a symbol or something that would allow us to pass without setting the trap?
Everything that seems to be involved in this trap seems to be a part of the skull itself. There doesn't seem to be any like external like contributors to how this trap functions.
Okay, but is there like any sort of like just looking around it, like symbols on it that I could find in the room and then, be like, let me pass instead of,
No,
you
but
shall
what I
pass.
will tell you is, because you weren't here for this, but you do, but Sparks would have been here for this, is that you would definitely remember like the Dragon Skull saying like something about like being like authorized like students. That's why he wasn't able to speak to you much. So you'd very like easily be able to intuit that in order, like, this is probably not hostile to students, but because you guys are not students, it's why it was hostile towards you. So you'd have to find some way to fake that, and there isn't like a student ID card sitting on the floor.
In the again, because I wasn't here, in all of the rooms that seem to be have bedrooms and shit upstairs, was there any cloaks / things that all have uniform, as it were?
They were like random like miscellaneous like personal items, but you being you and like with your detect magic, you would have been able to tell that they were like non-magical objects. They were just clothing.
Icky. I got nothing then. Well, unless you want to destroy it. I will point out to Jogan. Depends.
Oh,
are we destroying?
that's all we have to do?
I mean, I don't know how easy it would be to destroy, but
Oh, who's really good at destroying stuff? Hey, Lilith?
I don't even know if Lilith can get through either of these doors.
Hey, where there's a golem, there's a way.
She's clay, right? That's malleable, right?
I'm a copy paste. Oh my god, Lilith should not be that big. Good lord.
Oh no!
Oh no, I want to see her. I can't see her.
I'll drag her over there.
Oh my god! She's the one that is made for.
There you go. That'd be more accurate to Lilith's size in here.
Forge does it though? I like to leave the room and kind of sit and wait.
Yeah.
I mean, if it's just the trap thing, I can just quickly jump across, probably without being hit, and check what's in that room and back. If we didn't want to break things.
I will tell you, it was a room-wide effect. Just so you're aware. Not just in the direct area. It just seemed that only passing by is what triggered it. But I will say that effect normally has a 60-foot radius. But if you would like to have Lilith try and fuck this thing up, you are more than welcome to do so. I can't remember. Does Lilith have a thing against structures, or is that a different type of golem?
I think it's a different type of glade. Yeah, it's a different type of golem.
Also, the cameras are down again.
Yeah, it's because I'm tabbed looking at something.
Okay.
Just go ahead and just give me a athletics check for Lilith. It's more seeing how long it would take them to do this and how much damage they could potentially take while doing it. 20 total? Okay. as you give Lilith that command, both of you, you and Spark, stepping outside of the room to avoid any ill effects from it. Lilith sort of, do you close the door behind him as like they get to work?
Yes.
Okay, just
Yes,
checking.
I do.
So, there's a moment where you can hear, like, you know, the heavy shambling of Lilith's feet as they begin to make their way forward. And then, from the bottom of the door, you guys see that flash of light going outwards. So go ahead and make me a con save for Lilith.
Okay. By the way, she, has the magic resistance. So do I get advantage on it?
Yes. Yes, if that's the case, yeah. That's a pass. That's a success. The Lilith will take half damage from this. So only 20 points. And then immediately after that flash of light, you hear the sound of shattering stone. That sort of like echoes in that room for a moment. A few more moments go by. You guys hear a knock at the door.
Hey, Lilith.
Would we hear this echoing across the
You'd
way,
have heard,
or
yes.
no?
Yes, you would have heard that.
Oh,
The fuck was that? I would go out and investigate
You just
because it doesn't.
see Sparks again, in a doorway from
Yeah.
where his hand comes from, and he just like shrugs.
What did? Are things breaking?
Well, yes and no.
Okay. What does that mean?
Uh,
Are you going over to the side of the hall that they're at, Taryn? Or you guys have this conversation like in the middle area?
I'm going over to the hallway where they're at because I heard something shatter, a thud, something.
supervised demolition.
Fair enough, fair enough, fair enough. I'm just gonna drag that. So as soon as he said nothing's broken, you're gonna walk in and immediately see like the smashed like dragon head on the ground. And the little ruby gemstones that fell at the ice as well.
Shiny.
Pick those
You
up.
want them?
Yeah, good. That means.
I can't unpick Terran.
Oh.
We are locked. Oh. There we go.
Oh.
No! Ah!
I was like, let me help. Didn't help.
Using the thing,
Alrighty.
Opens Bishoping.
But yeah. Other room, as you keep going, seems to be another set of like a meeting hall. And this one definitely seems to be more like a meeting area than it does just like a dining room or something of that sort. Yeah. You see the sort of table set about. The sort of head chair at the table is slightly larger and fancy one. However, the head on the opposite side of the table, that chair is very, very large. Very much mimicking the size of the potential creature that both Terran and Kalis had seen in the other bedchambers. Go for it.
Does this elemental plane chamber thing give me the impression of like this is as far down as the tower would go, or does it feel like based on where we came in there'd be more below this?
Let's say there's nothing to indicate to you that there'd be floors below this.
Okay.
Yeah, only thing that you guys pass by of note is this like meeting room, and of course, the thing that seems to be like a teleportation circle directly next to you guys.
Oh, right. Well, I think for once, everyone, this is a completely normal dining room.
The one upstairs on the second floor was too, I think. Those were all pretty normal rooms. Guess not even magical academies can be all magical, huh?
I mean, I think magical food, it's a little unsatisfying. If it disappears from your stomach. Kalis grins like he was trying to make a joke.
But we had magical food back in nowhere. That was pretty tasty.
Yeah, well, I guess we did have it back there.
Yeah.
Anyone want to open another door with me?
Yeah. This seems to just loop around to kind of where we were before. So,
Sure.
let's,
But first,
Did you open this one, Sparks?
Mm-hmm. I was just waiting for you to finish your stuff before asking what was inside.
So, as we do that, we're gonna take like a quick like 4 or 5 minutes just so I can let her out because I'm gonna be leaving right after this game. And she's gonna get really grumpy if I do that. God, I'm so tired of moving my legs. I don't want to do this anymore. Yeah. Oh,
Just really ran.
the OBS thing. Yeah. We'll be right back. Anyways, we had a long talk about dinosaurs. They're cool. Check them out. So, jumping back into things, as we just had Sparks and Kalis step in to one of the other rooms, and I will say, Taryn, the door you are standing in front of is actually one of the few locked ones down here.
That's fine. I think I can handle it.
You can, objectively.
You can do them first, though. It's fine.
But as you step into this room, you see what clearly seems to be like another type of classroom of some sort. You see chairs along the far side. You see a desk as well as what seems to be like a board behind it. But the most standout thing in this room is actually what you went to stand directly in front of, Sparks.
It was shiny, what can I say?
As you see that sort of, there's definitely some sort of like arcane symbol on the floor, and it seems to be more a symbol than like an actual like spell or anything. And if you'd like to, you can go ahead and make me an Arcana check if you'd like to try and figure out or like what it's supposed to mean.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm sure Kalis can too. His neurons have been firing it. Like,
Who gave him the headband back?
I'm magic, right? I can assist, can't I?
20.
Not that type of magic, buddy. 20. You can tell that this is like the symbol for like preservation. Or used like for like stillness. You've also seen it in like one or two sparse occasions used in like magic relating to time in that sense as well. But generally,
Power that fucking wizard.
But generally, what the rune itself means is like kind of like to freeze, but not like freezing in a literal elemental sense, but freezing as in like a stillness. And as you're standing in front of the symbol, on the wall in front of you, it is lined with it'd be about 4 shelves. 4 shelves, and lining along each single one of these shelves, it'd be like a small pedestal, each of which no bigger than your fist, with this like satin like cushion on the top of it, and a marble sitting in the middle of that. And they are like regular marble size.
I touch it.
Pick a row. Which one are you touching?
Wait, there's more than one? I thought
Yes.
you said there was just one.
No, there's 4 shelves of these. And like each shelf would have 6 of these, 6 marbles on it.
Okay, is there any difference between each of the marbles?
No, they all have like actually no. That's a good question. They would all have like a lightish like blue tinge to them, except for one where it would be more like reddish, and that is one of the ones on the top shelf, like towards the middle.
Well, you know me, I'm different. I'll go for the one that's reddish.
Okay. So, as you go to pick up this marble, and you can just pick it up. You don't immediately explode. Good news for you.
Yay.
But it feels warm in your hand. Not hot, but just like almost like the warmth you would feel like a regular body temperature. Like type warmth to it. And after a beat passes, you just hear a voice like in your head that just goes, "Awaken." And you can tell by like, it doesn't feel like the orb itself is asking you. There's almost like some sort of external force that's like popping into the back of your head, asking you that question.
Do I feel threatened by this voice?
Make me an insight check.
Oh no. Oh, it's higher than I expected.
15? What I'll tell you to 15 is that this is emotionless. There is no, it's almost robotic in its response. Not as if a person is talking to you, but more as if a thing or like a pre-recorded thing is talking to you. And if that makes you feel more uncomfortable or less, that's at your discretion.
Okay, I'll think yes. What's the worst that could happen?
Was the red marble?
Oh no.
No, 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 no. This is fun. I want to change songs. For no particular reason.
Of course.
Guess I'll have to turn the music up to see if it's.
If you choose the red marble,
Oh, that's right. It doesn't
just
work.
how deep
That's
the
why I
rabbit
don't
hole
have
goes.
the volume.
Mm.
What's the vibe of the current music, just so I can understand?
Can't hear it yet.
Currently nothing. I haven't switched songs yet. I'm checking something else.
The vibe is silence right now.
It's giving nothing.
Where is Oh, I have to look through my notes because I have to find a particular name. You guys were you guys told what the name of the headmaster was?
Yes.
Yes. Do I remember it? No.
It
Wasn't it
was
Mad
Headmistress Tikane Kane.
Yes. Yes. Oh boy. Mm. So, as the word awaken echoes through your own mind, Sparks, you can feel the marble in your hand begin warm. Not just the same body warmth as it held before, but getting hot. And that sort of reddish light about it, or sort of like reddish hinge, begins to glow, glowing brighter and brighter and brighter. And you can feel like it's getting lighter. And you realize it's not getting lighter, it's just starting to float, leaving your hand. Do you let it go or do you try to grasp onto it? Check.
Can I guess, roll an Arcana first to see if I can kind of understand if I should be trying to hold on to it or let it go?
I will say with your previous check, your intuition would probably say letting it go is the safer option, at least for the immediate future.
Okay, I guess I'll let it go.
Alrighty. And as you release it from your hands, you watch that sort of glowing light begin to extend further and further. You watch as it's not blinding, but then it begins to expand, starting to take shape, growing in length long ways first. So you realize it reaches a height significantly past your own, which isn't saying much, but you know. And I also have to load this image. So you guys can see what the fuck this thing is. Because you're gonna love this.
Is it a picture of me?
I'm used to looking at cursed things.
It
I
was
love how
growing
Ethan
in.
looks. I hope it's a picture of him.
It's growing in height first. Almost as like this thin stream of light stretches from the floor up about maybe 6 feet or so. And then it begins to expand outwards, almost as if a doorway is being like opened. And then
Quick question: is it just me that sees this, or can Kalis also?
Kalis can see this as well. It is not. It is a material effect. It's not in your head. Then as that area begins to expand, this sort of sheet of like this reddish light that is before you, you see something begin to make its way through. You see at first a single hand. Oh, I just had it. There we go. You see this sort of like pinkish like flesh, these clawed fingers begin to extend forward. Then very quickly you see the rest of the body step through. And I will now show you what you see.
Oh.
No.
I mean, it might be nice.
For our audience, that's a picture of a mind flayer.
Oh, they can see it. They
Okay,
saw it
they can
before you
see it.
did.
Yeah.
That's fair.
I am just gonna try and be, I'm gonna. First of all, the outfit, does it look like it's some form of, um, okay, does it look like it's, acolyte slash, teacherly or pupily, or does it look like a creature from the darkness stepping through to consume my soul?
It definitely has like a more acolyte like pupil-y vibe to it. And I will say, like, another strange thing is like the hue of this creature. All the other like mind flayers you guys ran into are like these very like palish, like gray skinned like creatures. And there's like a certain like vibrance they have that has been missing from any other creatures like this that you've encountered. Which isn't a lot, but you've seen enough of them. You've seen what? 6, 7? Something like that?
Something like that.
How tight are their
Yeah, something like that.
I
They're roped.
presume, because... So, does it step out, and I presume it doesn't do anything that's immediately, aggressive?
No. As it steps forward, you watch as that sheet of light disappears behind them. Their eyes sort of scanning around the room, seeing Kalis first, for obvious reasons. Then eventually, their eyes making its way down to the floor, seeing Sparks directly ahead of them.
I like
Hello.
rabble out of the doorway and go like shout like evil octopus, evil octopus.
No. It's not immediately attacking us. It might be all right.
Nope, evil octopus. Everyone, it's an evil octopus. It came out of
Sure.
the fireplace.
I turn to it and say, "You're not gonna hurt us, right?"
Make me an insight check, and then I'll say what I'm going to say next.
Yeah.
Oh,
Cool.
boy.
Cool. Expect low numbers. Yep.
It's a 1.
Not a natural one. That would have been a 0.
Mm.
It might as well be.
As you say that, looking up towards this creature, of course, because you're directly in front of it and significantly shorter than it. You've never seen a mind flayer smile. You've never really seen a mind flayer's mouth. But as like the sort of like tentacles that are around this face sort of like twist into like this motion, this sort of low voice is, "You're a stranger to me. I have no reason to have harmed you at this point." As it's sort of like
he's being nice.
they're like leaning over, like you see like they're like examining you without touching you. You're a peculiar thing. What are you?
Hi, I'm Sparks, and I will uncharacteristically stick out my hand in a
Channeling
like
Jugun.
welcome. I mean, first of all, it looks like a teacher slash pupil, which means that it's probably not bad. And second of all, I have no insight, so even if it is, Sparks doesn't realize it.
And as you reach out a hand, it responds in kind. Because like, well, mind flayers have like sharp fingers. They don't exactly like have like claws. It's more like their fingers just come to like these very like sharp ends. Um, and as their hand is in yours, it's like, would you mind retrieving the rest of your friends? I assume they're with you,
Oh,
but if they're
yeah,
intruders, they can be
we've-
dealt with.
no, they're with me. We've met your kind before, and they kind of try to eat us. So the fact that you didn't do that immediately makes me think that you're kind of all right. So just be warned. They might act badly.
I very, very rarely
Guys!
eat a person nowadays.
The octopus is nice.
Did the portal to the water place open again? What the hell?
No. I found a thing that summoned a. Hey, look, he's nice. He's purple and he's nice.
Chi. And as Sparks steps out of the room, you see directly behind him the mind flare.
Hello, how are you doing?
Oh my,
What the
oh
fuck?
my fuck. Oh my god.
Sparksy, he's nice.
Jogan, she's the evil octopus lady.
Not that bad.
I see, reductive and unintelligent.
What? They weren't that bad.
Sorry, who are you?
Fuck, I literally just wrote her name down again. I literally just fucking wrote it down once more. Where'd it go?
I see. Short memory and unintelligent.
It wasn't
No,
Micah.
that's Elijah. There's a difference.
It wasn't Micah. It wasn't Turvis. So many names, so many names.
Travis was the dragon skull.
Oh,
I know
is
that.
It was
Headmistress?
Takana, yeah. Takana King.
Oh my god. What?
She's
You,
Pleasure.
the
You're the
headmistress?
headmistress?
You all aren't important enough for me to lie to you, yes.
I found her. It was
what
me.
happened to this
No.
place?
Before that, you will inform me of what you're doing in my academy.
We found it under the ocean, abandoned.
Still here.
Yeah, it kind of seems like it's gonna be here forever.
Shame. We all went into slumber hoping that things would realign and be able to make our way out of here at some point, but it seems that that possibility was more unlikely than we thought it was. But
Why didn't you just, leave this place and go up to the surface and then make this? And he gestures to the tower again and go somewhere else.
because the place that we find ourselves in is generally a one-way path. And while we do have many great magical means and incredible ones for traveling, while we're down here, they are incredibly hindered. Part of the seemingly rules of this place. We never intended to come down to the whirl, or make our way anywhere near the nexus of this place. We're aware of the dangers, but a series of unfortunate events have led us here.
And you
I
have-
have a second. Sorry, Taryn. Second, just
No.
one other question. How long have you been asleep? What year did you go to sleep?
Pause for a second. Been 261 years, 8 months, 11 days, and 15 minutes. We're very, very aware of the entire time while we're down there.
Oh.
Even right now, the
That's
students are
quite a
still
while.
listening to this conversation. As they sort of gesture to like the sets of marbles on the wall behind.
I will
How many
wave in
marbles
that
are
direction.
there?
6 on each row, 4 rows, so
23 now.
-1 because of the red. 23. Yeah. So, I mean, I'm sure my companions have a lot of questions, but when we found out this was like a magic place, I was interested in learning stuff, so that's kind of why I'm here. I like magic.
Noble reason, one I can't be too mad at, especially considering you had no idea what you were trespassing upon. I won't hold that against you. Very briefly, though, if you would mind excuse me for just one moment, I have someone else I'd like to bring forth. We haven't spoken in quite some time, and I'd like to see if he has any insight on the situation.
Before she does that, does he seem on the up and up? Can I insight check her?
Yeah, of course you can.
I would like to also.
We can't trust her.
Taryn doesn't trust it.
And I'm gonna get
Wow.
21, so we can all,
Ooh, that was a bad roll.
Is it a Terran classic?
1. I mean, to be honest, we all
Ooh.
rolled pretty awful.
Yeah.
In comparison.
Reliable talent for me, but it was a 7 naturally, so.
I mean,
I'm gonna insight check her too, just to be included.
You got the
11.
highest roll. Sick.
1, 2, 10, and 7.
I will say, Mind Flayers have a very, very hard face to read.
Oh.
But at least what you're from, like, you can, like, see, especially, mostly just in your case, Terran, from, like, the body language of it, they don't seem stiff. They're moving, like, in a very, like, relaxed, like fashion. Like, if they're, the best way to put it is that even if they are hostile, or they don't seem to be hostile, but, like, even in, like, the worst, like, least charitable sense, they don't, like, seem to view you guys as a threat. That's actually probably more how Terran would think about it anyways, now that I think about it. I said it.
Yeah. It's like, well, she said that we weren't important, so maybe we're not important enough to be a threat.
And,
Is this other person a teacher here?
yes, indeed
An
he is.
instructor here?
Oh, one of our longest tenured.
The dream. I'm not kidding.
And unless someone, like, what's the word? Objects, she is going to
No.
reach out towards the gem that was directly next to where theirs was. And in a very similar vein as to what you had just experienced, Sparks, you would see this time not this reddish portal, but a blue one that makes their way into this space. And this one significantly larger than the one that they had came through. And stepping forth through this, not wearing these very, like, mage-ish, like, acolyte robes, you see... There we go. Ah!
Yes.
Ah,
Nice to meet you,
indeed.
Arg.
A being
Huh.
of entirely vowels.
A hippo man.
And now that you look at
Yes, he is.
them, Terran, the bed makes a lot more sense.
Yep.
Oh, the trombone player, I say, and I offer him his musket.
You picked it up and carried it out?
Yeah.
Missed that part.
So did I.
And as he steps out, you hand that to them. He, like, takes, like, a look towards, like, the kind. He doesn't say anything. He just, like, sort of, like, extends his hand to, like, grab at it. And as if waiting, or as if they were waiting, Takana goes, "This is Trem. He is the professor of international. He's the one who handles most of our interplanar excursions and things of that matter. In fact, assuming you all have been making your way through here, Hopefully not looting too much. You most likely would have been reading his journals.
Oh, yeah, I read those.
Sorry, didn't realize you were here. And Sparks will gingerly pull out the lens and be like, sorry.
And you watch, is like, there's like a moment of like, you don't need to insight check him. He's clearly unhappy once he sees, like, you pull out the lens. However, you can also tell that he wouldn't do anything about it if Takana was in the room. As he just goes, thank you. As just like in one hand, like...
These mages, are they emerging as if through a portal from like a demiplane, or is the orb like transforming into them?
I would say it looks much more like the first and the second. As if like those orbs themselves were a demiplane, which they had stepped out of.
Okay.
Kind of like like how the Warlock Genie's like class feature thing is? Where they have like a little lamp they can jump in. But it seemed like it was an extra dimensional space that they had left. But
I
It's a
only took
Pokeball.
it because it has no use, because, you can't leave. So I
noted.
thought I could...
And as you're awkwardly mumbling, Takana's just gonna like
I'm not,
sort of like
really, letting go of it. I'm sure he takes it out of my hands anyway, but I'm
yes.
like,
Goes-
yeah. He like picks me up a little bit, and then I, drop back down to the ground.
Before we continue any further, Takana speaks up. Why don't we all get comfortable? It seems like we all have a lot to ask each other about, and frankly, I don't want to stand in the doorway of my own office to do it. By all means, I'm sure you've all found the meeting hall by now. As you gesture forward. And
Where did you gesture?
I'll go there.
straight
The
north.
The top room.
Up here, yeah.
And I will say that is where we're gonna pause for this session. Oh boy.
Ooh.
Oh, just one last thing I want to say. Well, everyone seems to trust you. Oh, by the way, you may have some water damage.
Okay, you got your fucking zinger in. I'm ending the stream. Shut up. Bye.